Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be doing my first dive into an NBA slate here on the channel. I'm excited to get into this one. It's October 30th. We're going to be diving into an 11-game slate. It should be a pretty good one. We got some elevated team totals for a few teams. I'm going to go over all the studs I'm really looking to target on a night like tonight, and then I'm going to mention a value player, too, that I think is pretty interesting. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. If you have not already, please do leave a like on the video. I greatly appreciate it, as always. I hope that you guys are going to enjoy the NBA content. I plan on uploading at least a video or two a week from now on, going into NBA slates. So just kind of to fill in some of the gaps in the NBA season. And once the NBA season, or I'm sorry, the NFL season, I want to fill in the gaps with a couple NBA videos. And then when the NFL season comes to an end, it'll just kind of be some NBA uploads, maybe even MLB when that comes back around. So we're going to jump into this one. If you do have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, please do leave them in the comment section below. I'm happy to give y'all advice when I can, whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, Yahoo, any fantasy site, or season-long fantasy questions. I'm going to go over a lot of the studs that I like. Pretty much there's a few on this slate that stand out to me the most. And most of these plays I talk about are going to be cash plays. I'll mention if something is a tournament play, but starting off here at point guard, I'm really looking to get Russell Westbrook into my lineups tonight. I'm biased as hell because he's my favorite player in the league, but this is a really, really good spot for Russell Westbrook. And at 9,600, it's hard for him not to pay off that price tag, even if he has this 50-point game like he did against his old team. I still think that you're going to want him in your lineup, and I think the upside for a triple-double on a night like tonight is going to be good for him. They have the highest implied team total on the slate, and he's going to be dishing to James Harden quite a bit, who is also a really, really good play. James Harden, only $500 more. Had a little bit of a slower start to the season. He's had an abysmal field goal percentage, actually. So he's, I think, I don't even remember the number. He's been saved kind of by the free throw lines, though. If you look right here, he's attempting a ridiculous amount of free throws, 12 to 22 a game so far this season. I really like him to hit his value, but Russell Westbrook is my favorite Rocket to make sure I'm getting exposure to that team. And I am looking to get in here at shooting guard SGA, Gilgeous-Alexander. Probably one of my favorite values on the slate. Even at 6,900, I just don't see how he does not crush this tag tonight playing against Portland. They're playing at home. They have a pretty decent team total as well. I think this is a pretty sick spot for him, actually, at 6,900. I think we're going to see one of these bigger games kind of out of him tonight. I'm expecting 40+. That's really what we need out of him. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'm okay with playing him in cash. I probably prefer him in cash than I do to tournaments. Tournaments, I'm going to be looking to go kind of stars and scrubs. There's not a lot of value on a slate like tonight, so I'm not going to just go ahead and lock him in over here. I did just want to mention him, though, because he's one of my favorite guys to really kind of hit his price tag tonight with ease. Giannis Antetokounmpo, always a good play. Kawhi Leonard just got announced that he's going to rest and not play tonight. So I am excited to see their starting lineup. Hopefully we can get a little bit of value out of the Clippers with Kawhi sitting. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on that. And then whatever the starting lineup is, I'll probably be looking to play some value over there from the Clippers, even though they're playing the Jazz and a little bit of a slow-paced matchup. But coming over to power forward, this is where I really don't want much exposure to the Knicks tonight, if any at all. Probably none in cash, to be honest with you. But if I do have any exposure to the Knicks, it's going to be R.J. Barrett or Julius Randle. Julius Randle has a solid usage rate this season. I don't remember the exact percentage, but it's actually pretty solid. And he's kind of one of the only Knicks that I think I can trust. After last season, though, the Knicks burned me so many times with their rotations that I am a little bit weary getting too much exposure to the Knicks. Definitely in cash, I'm trying to focus on some of the higher team totals. I'm looking more towards Sacramento, Houston, and a couple others. But I'm also okay if Harry Giles does not play tonight. Let me see where he is. Harry Giles, we don't have news if he's going to play tonight. If he does not play tonight, though, I'm definitely going to be looking for some value from the Kings there on the lower end of the 4-5s. So that's something that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on. I do want to mention, though, at center, I plan on playing Russell Westbrook I plan on playing Russell Westbrook or Harden in cash at point guard. Or obviously Harden is shooting guard eligible, but I need Karl-Anthony Towns or Joel Embiid in my cash lineup. I don't think I can go without playing one or the other. And I think right now I lean towards Cat. He's just been an absolute monster to start the season. Granted, he had a little bit of a down game against Miami. I think that's an inconsistency. I think this is going to be kind of a almost average game for him. I'm expecting 62 to 72 points a game from him. And that's what I think we're going to get from him here tonight, playing in Philly against the Sixers. Him and Joel Embiid, they could really shut each other down, or they could both light each other up. So I think Embiid's got the easier matchup defensively against Cat, but I definitely am going to lean towards Cat here. The savings of $100 doesn't really matter to me. I just think he's in the better spot. So those are two of the studs I'm really looking to get in my cash lineup. And then one of my favorite value plays on the slate, especially if Giles misses, is going to be Bielica. I think it's Bielica or Bielica. I'm not quite sure how you say his last name, but he's having a decent start to the season. Granted, he had a ceiling game, I think, for him playing against Denver. I think that he's just in a pretty sick spot here, especially if Giles misses. So these Sacramento injuries, we got to keep an eye on them and see if we can dig some value out of that team, because there's not a lot of value on this slate. And I'm really looking to get both of these guys in, if not another 8K plus guy. But I'm going to save that 8K plus player for my members. Over on DFS-Squid. I can't give away too many value plays, though, for NBA. I'm kind of trying to give you all my studs, the guys I'm on, the top 4 or 5 big plays, and then, a value player too. But if I give you all my value plays, then what am I really saving for my members over on the site? And we've been absolutely crushing it. The Draftkings lineup last night, the cash lineup, cashed in GPPs for 3 extra money. So if you entered the main GPP for $10, you made 30, things like that. And obviously then it crushed cash games as well. We are doing a MLB Game 7 lineup tonight. We were 5-0 until last night. Now we are 5-1, and we are going to most definitely try to crush the last night of the season. So if you are not already signed up for a free account on dfs-squid.com, make sure you do sign up. I can't stress that enough. We do give out free content probably about once a week now. We'll give out at least the free numbers. We do an FSR Plus, the fantasy-specific ratings that we make that nobody else has. They are just independent to us. And if y'all are not already over there, you need to be, because it's going to be a great night for NBA. Once we get a little bit more news closer to lock, these lineups are really going to come together well. I'm going to find some really great value. But even if you don't want to go over there and make a free account, at least use what I said in this video. Lock a couple guys in from the video and then build around it when we get the news later. So good luck to everybody on this 11-game NBA slate. If you have any advice for maybe some a way that I could talk about more people or less people, I'm happy to go over all the studs or just the value. But I don't want to be giving away too much information, because it's unfair to the people who are paying for it. So good luck again to everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning with a Thursday Night Football Showdown video. Cannot wait to get into that one. The showdowns have been absolutely unreal lately. I don't think I've missed a showdown on DraftKings in a long time. So let's crush that again, and I will see y'all tomorrow morning.